Okay, we're back in the studio, ready for the next step. I hope you enjoyed doing your scribbles, your lines and shapes that repeat to make patterns, your texture rubbings. I hope you were able to go outside and get some. I found some great ones outside. All right, so we're ready for the next step. So hopefully you have your watercolors or your watercolors you made with markers and your brush. Now if you don't have a paintbrush, I'll show you how to use a Q-tip or even a paper towel in just a minute. Alright, so if you have your watercolor set, you want to wet your brush. Now when you wet your brush, you never want to tap it on the side because it flips water everywhere. To get the water out of your brush a little bit, just hold it on the side and let it drain out. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of a color I don't have here and see what happens. All right, I'm going to just gently brush over. And as you can see there, when I brush over, the watercolor doesn't stick to the crayon. That's because the crayon has wax in it, and wax doesn't like watercolor. The wax resists the watercolor. That's a fancy way of saying it won't stick. So then I can switch to another color, but I wanted to show you how well the marker watercolor works. So I'm going to wash out my brush of the green, just swirl it in the bottom. Again, don't tap it because it'll flip water where you don't want it. You just hold it on the side and let it drain. Then I'm going to get just a little bit of my color. And let's see how that goes. I might want to drain it just a little bit on the side of the cup, just so it doesn't drip where I don't want it. Oh yeah, that looks good. That works. Now notice I'm not taking my new color and putting it over my old color. Sometimes those colors don't mix very well, so I think doing it separately is the better idea. Let's try another one of these colors. Drain it out a little bit. Let's try a little bit of this blue. I'm going to drain it. Oh, now you can really see how that watercolor does not stick to the crayon. Now, I will say that if I kept going over and over and over it, it would start to stick. So you do have to be a little bit careful about that. Don't go over the same spot too much. Okay, now, as I said, if you don't have any a paintbrush, you can also use a Q-tip. It takes a little longer, but it still works. Just dip and just carefully apply your watercolor. But again, don't go in the one spot too much because it'll start to stick. That works quite well, actually. Let's try a paper towel. It's just rolled up paper towel. I put a little bit in there. Well, that doesn't work quite as good. Maybe I didn't get enough paint on there. Let's try again. There you go. All right, so I'm going to continue adding color, and I think I really like these Crayola colors the best. So I'm going to use a few more of those. So as I said, continue adding your color, and when all your paper's dry, I'll show you what we can do with them. Okay. See you soon. Have fun. Now let your papers dry, and next time we'll cut and arrange and glue some animals.